Plaintiff Crystal Headley says when she started dating the defendant, she didn't realize he was using crack cocaine until she found a crack pipe while doing the defendant's laundry. Crystal claims as a result of the defendant's drug use, he became violent and abusive. And she's suing him today for stolen eyeglasses, damaged property, and defamation. Defendant Anthony Stinnett says his family warned him about dating Crystal, and he should have listened to them because she ended up stabbing him in the back. Literally. Anthony claims after Crystal stabbed him, he was forced to get 12 stitches, and he's countersuing for medical bills, car damages, and defamation.
Start with you.
Well, we've known each other most of our lives. We started in a relationship about 2 years ago, and shortly thereafter, I realized that he was on crack cocaine. I had been doing laundry, found a broken crack pipe in the dryer, and then on several other occasions had suspicions of him doing it. He started becoming violent while he was on it or when he'd be wanting to leave to go do it.
Did you discuss it specifically with him?
I did.
Did he admit to it?
He did. The incident when I found the crack pipe in the dryer, I confronted him with that, and he swore it was just a one-time incident, and it was because we had been broke up at the time.
Did he go and get help?
No, he promised that it was just a one-time thing and that it wouldn't happen again.
And you saw the evidence?
Yes,
later
I did.
on?
Well, I've just assumed, I could tell by his actions.
Gotcha.
He started becoming violent when he'd want to leave.
Sir, were you on crack?
No, sir, I was not.
Never used crack?
No, she is fabricating a story just to make her case look that much better.
Okay, she ever mentioned this to you before?
Yes, and
she did?
I work for a place to where you get random drug tests, and I would not jeopardize
Yeah,
my
I'm
job.
saying, why would she ask you? Did you say, what makes you think?
I have no idea. Her son comes over a lot.
You didn't ask her why?
Well, yeah, her son comes over a lot.
No, I'm saying you. When you said, why are you accusing me of this? What did she say?
Because she found it.
Because what?
She found it and assumed that it was mine.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
She found a crack pipe.
Yes.
Yeah, you were dodging that. You took a little while to tell me that.
Sorry.
All right, now I'm about to call you a crackhead. Okay. Because you're not in recovery, and now you're lying about whether you ever used it, and why she even accused you of that. Now I'm convinced you're a crackhead. Now go right ahead. She caught you with a crack pipe once. And what did you tell her?
Told her it was not mine.
All right, who did you tell her it belonged to?
Her son.
All right.
That frequently come over when I would go to work.
Did she ever mention it to you again about using crack?
Nope.
Never heard anything else? Nope. All right. Sir, you wanted to say something? Stand up. State your name.
I'm Jason Harris. I'm her son.
All right. Y'all buddies?
No. For one, I have my own place.
You have your own crack.
His own place.
He said he got his own pipe. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that.
No.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I have my own place, my own washer and dryer. I don't do no laundry or nothing at her house, so that's totally false.
What did you want to tell me?
Just how his character is.
Had she come to you on more than one occasion,
yes,
or if at all, what would she tell you?
She'd tell me about it when she found it in a dryer. And
is that all you want to tell me?
Yeah, for now.
All right, for now. All right, good enough. Any other background you want to give me other than you found a crack pipe and
from there it started.
By his behavior, he continued to smoke crack?
Yes.
All right.
From there, it just got more, the relationship got more tumultuous. We'd be together, we wouldn't be together, we'd be apart for a couple weeks, we'd be together for a few days.
He'd be gone for a couple of weeks?
We wouldn't be together for a couple weeks.
Would he have disappearing acts?
Well, he lives with his mom. And
okay, so you don't know whether he was disappearing or not.
Right, yeah. I mean, you know, I know we were together, so he wasn't at my house. But when we would get back together, it'd be for just a little while because then he'd be drinking a lot and then he'd start getting mad. I'm assuming maybe when he was Jones to go get the stuff, I don't know, or he'd be high at the house. So I would want him to leave, he wouldn't leave. I would have to call the police. There's been several incidents where he's gotten violent with me, pulled my hair, knocked me to the ground. I've had bruises, marks on my face. I have several police reports that state that on there.
Reports.
Plaintiff Crystal Headley is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Crystal stabbed him in the back, literally. and he was forced to get 12 stitches.
Sir, you give me some background before we get to the particulars.
I've known her a long time, and my family has told me don't get involved with her because she'll stab you in the back. And literally, she did.
Literally. She stabbed you in the back?
Stabbed me in the back. I had 12 stitches.
That's your counterclaim. She says your relationship was stormy because of your crack use. What do you say?
She is a bartender, and she would come. She would sit after work.
Rocky. That's a good one. Go ahead.
She is a bartender, and she would not leave the bar. She would like to sit around with her friends, get drunk, then come home, aggravate me, get me to the point where we get into an argument, and then yes, stuff would get yelled at, stuff would get tossed around.
How frequently would she drink?
Well, she works 3 days a week, so 3 days a week she would drink. Yep.
Come home drunk?
Yeah.
3 days a week?
Yep.
Very untrue.
Is that true?
Very untrue. Very untrue. This is a...
Why can't it just be untrue?
Because he's a
Very untrue, man. You really going overboard to try and convince me of that.
He's a very big liar.
You work at a bar?
I do. And it's maybe once a month. Me and my friend here and another friend of ours get together. We do a ladies' day.
Do you get drunk?
About a couple times a month.
All right. So he says you're a drunk. You say he's a crackhead. You admit to getting drunk a couple of times a month. He says he's only been caught with a crack pipe once, and that's your son's. All right. And let's move on now to the defamation and the damaged property you're suing him about and stolen property.
And I gave you the police reports there, which on July 22nd, which was the most recent incident, we were at a concert in the park, and he just, out of the blue, he had seen one of his drug addict friends out there and totally flipped on me. He said he wanted to leave. He wants to go right now. And I told him, well, he can leave and go. I'm not leaving the concert. When I got back to my apartment, his car was out there, and he had climbed in through a window to get into my apartment and damaged quite a few of my items, a 65-inch TV, laptop, and things like that that I have listed on the report.
Damaged them?
Damaged them. He smashed them. I took
Why
pictures.
do you think he would do that?
He's done that quite often in the past because I don't need to have him there. I think that's why. And I think that's just,
Oh, man,
you
he
know,
couldn't be a
he's just crazy.
crackhead.
Yeah.
If he's damaging the TV,
You know,
if he was a crackhead, he's stealing the TV.
Well, he's
That
stolen
doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, sir. Apologize for accusing you of being that.
He has stolen money. He has stolen money.
Talking about he damaged property. A TV?
A brand new TV.
A brand new television? Please.
He
you
took
call
the
this
remote
man a
control for my
crackhead?
stereo.
Please. Let's get to the defamation. What has he done to you?
He's claiming that I had stabbed him. He has went and told his family members. His family members have went around town telling, or a family member that I know of went around town telling people. So customers have come into my place of employment and have said, well, we heard that you did this to him, which is
Your Honor, she drove me to the hospital.
very untrue. Another incident when we had gotten in a fight, I made him leave my apartment. It was in the middle of winter. He was carrying stuff out, fell down and fell on the shovel and cut his back and told me because it's my fault. He's trying to say I
What's the stolen
caused him.
property you're suing for?
On the July 22nd incident, he was trying to get my cell phone from me again. We were on the couch wrestling for it. He couldn't get it, so he snatched my glasses off my face, my eyeglasses.
What was he trying to get your cell phone?
He does every time.
Why?
He takes me, because to make sure I can't call nobody, call the police or anything.
Plaintiff Crystal Headley is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Crystal stabbed him in the back, literally, and he was forced to get 12 stitches.
Sir, what do you say to the defamation? Did you tell people she stabbed you?
No, my whole family knows she stabbed me because after she stabbed me, she drove me to the hospital, dropped me off, and then when I called...
Anyone have the hospital report?
I do right here.
All right. And secondly, the damaged property. Did you come home and tear her television up? Ma'am, you find that in the police report. You gave me a stack.
Yes.
But you only referred to the one
And I do have
issue
pictures of the way the
damage.
items looked after
Sir,
he
did you
smashed
damage
them.
her property?
Yeah, we got into that fight, and I whipped the remote. It hit her TV, and it broke it.
On purpose.
So why shouldn't you have to pay
He broke
for it?
into my
Well,
house. I
because-
wasn't even home,
Quiet,
sir.
ma'am.
I have police
You missed the
reports that,
damage.
unfortunately, just, her TV gets busted, and then later on that night, the same night, my car windows get smashed out. So
If you didn't mess around
Okay,
with
so
somebody
you admit to breaking hers,
you might
but
have a
her,
window.
I thought
quiet,
this was
ma'am. You admit to breaking her television, but you are also saying she damaged your property, and that's part of your counterclaim.
That's a
Yes.
What about the stolen property?
My
Did you
glasses.
steal any of her property?
I have
the
20/20
glasses?
vision. I don't need glasses.
Pardon
Your Honor.
me?
I have 20/20 vision. I don't need glasses.
But you like to take my things to make sure I have nothing like you do.
TV, radio, stereo, and eyeglasses. So I don't see why she would report one, or she would throw in glasses when she had a lot more expensive items
Yes,
that you even admit to damaging. And your counterclaim against her is for medical bills because of your back.
Yeah, she
You
stabbed
stabbed
me.
in the back, and that was
In
the
the back.
extent of your damages.
That is
That in my car.
Fell.
She after
Okay.
smashing after her TV got busted out that same night. All of a sudden, my windows get busted out.
Okay.
No,
it's
that
just
same
kind of
Quiet,
it's a
ma'am.
coincidence, I guess.
And the other thing you're countersuing for, sir, is defamation. How did she defame you?
Well, she has contacted my work twice by sending letters to the mayor's office, sending letters to my work, calling my work.
Saying what?
Oh, everything. Trying that I do drugs, trying to get me fired. I work for a
see it.
municipality, and I've been drug tested over this.
Okay. Ma'am, did you do that?
I sent an email. Yes,
Why?
I did.
A mass email.
Quiet. Why?
He does have a drug problem. He works in a marina. He handles big vessels.
But why did you take it upon yourself to
Because he-
expose his private facts to an employer? You have no business telling his employer what he does personally. You don't call people's workplace and report their private activities at home.
Just
You
to-
damage their reputation, and for that, I'm going to grant you $3,000 for that alone, for calling his job
I didn't call,
and
sir. I sent
exposing.
an email to
Sending
one
the email is
person.
the same thing.
Just to one
Now you're
person.
being funny with
No,
me, huh?
sir, I'm
And
just-
that's
I
why
was
I don't
trying to
believe anything you say, and that's why you get 0. Have a good day.
Hey, this jerk. Nothing. Door.
She got what she deserved, and I still have my job.